We have little or no experience in crypto trading by using a quantification system. Quantitative trading. Quantitative trading involves the development of trading strategies with the help of advanced mathematical models. The key idea is to pick investments or build a trading strategy solely based on mathematical analysis. The advantage of quantitative trading. The advantage of quantitative trading is that it allows for optimal use of available data and eliminates the emotional decision-making that can occur during trading. High-frequency trading. The Royal Q quantitative robot uses a certain strategy to buy and sell crypto with high-frequency trading to obtain profits. Cycle mode to compound. For every profit that the robot makes, it automatically buys again and sells at a high frequency. With a proper understanding of trade strategy, you will reap the benefits brought by this auto trade system. The bot trades 24/7 without interruption and helps you make money by keeping an eye on the market for 24 hours. Live trading. Digital currencies fluctuate every day. The robot uses artificial intelligence algorithms to buy crypto and sell crypto to help us make money. It uses its own unique profit strategy to replace manual market tracking. Profitable quantitative trading from scratch begins right here. The Royal Q quantification system adopts multi-strategy, multi-technology, and fusion intelligent quantification mechanism. Done-for-you trading strategy. With just a click of a few buttons you will be ready to trade. The Trade Master's strategies are provided together with the system. Simply select Trade Master and synchronize your strategy. Quick facts about Royal Q. Royal Q trades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Works on Android or iOS phones. Not affected by mobile data or Wi-Fi being off. Annual fee is only $120 USDT. No monthly subscriptions. And your capital and profits remain safe in your own wallet. We trade on the world's top 2 exchange. Binance and Huobi Global. Safety. Your money is safely trading on Binance or Huobi Global through a secure API integration with the Royal Q robot. The bot can therefore be unbound from your Binance or Huobi Global's account anytime. Advantages. Quantitative trading strategy. Simple and easy to operate. Artificial intelligence. Security. Real-time strategy. We have an overview of what Royal Q is all about. Let's explore further and see what's in it for us. What's in it for us? Rewarding referral program. No rank maintenance. Real-time payment. Understanding Royal Q compensation plan. Overview of the network income. Activation bonus, which we call activation gain, and which is your direct sales bonus. Trade profit, which we call direct quantification and team quantification, and which derives from trade profits. Activation gain of the 120 USDT that Royal Q receives when someone activates the robot. Royal Q keeps 40 USDT and distributes 80 USDT back to the network, which is us. How the activation benefits are distributed. Payout is 30 USDT to 70 USDT. Depending on your rank. For rank V1, payout is 30 USDT. For rank V2, payout is 40 USDT. For rank V3, payout is 50 USDT. For rank V4, payout is 60 USDT. For rank V5, payout is 65 USDT, and for rank V6, payout is 70 USDT. Quantifications. Direct quantification, trade profits of members directly referred by you. Team quantification, trade profits of your indirect team. Trade profits, breakdown. Whenever there is a trade profit, the robot is entitled to 20% of the trade profit. When that profit comes to Royal Q, then Royal Q converts the trade profits received to 100%. Royal Q keeps 30% and distributes 70% to the network, which is us. This is how the trade profit is calculated and distributed. 20% to 60% depending on your rank. 20% for rank V1. 30% for rank V2. 40% for rank V3. 50% for rank V4. 55% for rank V5. And 60% for rank V6. Very important note. We do not receive anything from the capital, we only receive from the trade profit. We will receive team rewards as long as our team members are at least one rank below us. When they rank up to the same rank as us, the team reward will stop because we are not entitled to override the same rank. However, once we rank up to the next level, then the team rewards will be your entitlement once again. Peer reward benefits. What is peer reward? In the Royal Q compensation plan, when we build a team we get to override part of the rewards that are in the compensation plan when we rank up. We override from activation gain and trade profits, however we will lose that benefit when anyone in our team come up to our same rank. This is when peer reward kicks in. However, it is only available from rank V3 to rank V6. Activation peer income. This is an additional benefit for rank V4 to V6 only. This is when your peer has rank up to same level as you will receive this from their team's activation gains. 1.5 USDT for rank V4. 1.5 USDT for rank V5. 1 USDT for rank V6. Peer reward is in recognition of your leadership, also as a token of appreciation since you would have lost the activation and trade profit until you rank up one step above your peer. Global dividend. This premium reward is available to rank V6 only. This is in recognition of your leadership quality, also as a mark of appreciation of your outstanding team building effort. What is global activation dividends of the 120 USDT that Royal Q receives from the activation? Royal Q reserves 10 USDT from every activation worldwide and shares it with all the V6 according to their weighted share. Weighted share. If you have 1 V6 in your team you get 1 additional share. If you have 2 V6 in your team you get 2 additional share. If you have 3 V6 in your team you get 3 additional share. Royal Q sets aside 10% of the trade profits of the entire community worldwide that is trading with Royal Q Robot and shares it with all the V6 Royal partners. This reward is extra and above all the other rewards that you are entitled to as a V6. This is how amazing the compensation plan is. This is available to you. Are you the one who would want this to be part of your life, or shall we look for another? If it is you, we say welcome aboard. Now that we know how amazing the compensation plan is, let's look at how do we rank up to qualify for the benefits of the compensation plan. Royal Q rank up structure. Rank up requirements for V1. Activate your robot and you become a V1. We all start here. Rank up requirements for V2. 3 directly referred activated members. 20 total activated team members. Rank up requirements for V3. 5 directly referred activated members. 3 V2 from separate lines. Do note that the 3 V2 do not need to be your directly referred members, they can be indirect. 100 total activated team members. Rank up requirements for V4. 8 directly referred activated members. 3 V3 from separate lines. Do note that the 3 V3 do not need to be your directly referred members, they can be indirect. Your total activated team members required for the rank up will be taken care of by the 3 V3 that you need for your rank up to V4. Rank up requirements for V5. 12 directly referred activated members. 3 V4 from separate lines. Do note that the 3 V4 do not need to be your directly referred members, they can be indirect. Your total activated team members required for these rank up will be taken care of by the 3 V4 that you need for your rank up to V5. Rank up requirements for V6. 20 directly referred activated members. 3 V5 from separate lines. Do note that the 3 V5 do not need to be your directly referred members, they can be indirect. Your total activated team members required for these rank up will be taken care of by the 3 V5 that you need for your rank up to V6. Potential daily income. For rank V1, 30 to 60 USDT daily. For rank V2, 30 to 100 USDT daily. For rank V3, 100 USDT and above daily. For rank V4, 300 USDT and above daily. For rank V5, 500 USDT and above daily. For rank V6, 1500 USDT and above daily. Come journey with us. Let's do this together.
Wow, welcome to our morning call. And today is the first day of February 2022. It's very, very paramount. By now, you should be expected to have it been possible for you to do the one shot. By now, you're expected to have learned how to set trading parameters using the sync strategy. And it marks the first month onto our 90 days. I want to thank the local team I work with because really it has been a nice move. I also want to thank you because yesterday when I shared the YouTube channel, so that we could get this to 800, and as I speak right now, we are already in. We already have 806 that I've activated, and if you have issues with setting daily signals that you see, please come on this video, this one here, and be able to watch it. Those that already see signals and learn how you can be able to set those signals by yourself. All right. Having said that, today I want to move so much not into purely trading, because for a very long time, one of my goals that I was looking at as a team to make sure that by the time we are done with the first 30 days of this year, everybody could be able to learn how to sync the strategy. Everybody to be able to learn, ladies and gentlemen, on how to set the one-shot signal. And so, having done that in the first 30 days of the month, and made sure that consistently we have been able to do several Zooms in the last 30 months, 30 days, and made sure I teach everybody how to sync a strategy. And given a deep understanding that the business should be kept simple. If you are interested in the signals, watch that video that I've just done today in the morning and learn how to set the signal yourself. That is okay. We have also made it very clear for everybody that whenever the market goes down, always, today I will focus so much on floating loss. That's where I focus much of my time. But whenever you sync the strategy again, ladies and gentlemen, you will always get new coins that are doing well at the moment. And we have perfectly made that, and I've been able to make it also very, very clear. And I made sure that everybody could understand that. And if you haven't, ladies and gentlemen, but then we needed to help you up again, because it is very, very important for you to have that deep understanding, because if you don't, then, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a very big challenge. There will be a very, very big challenge. It means you are not giving up attention. So before I get started onto this call today, I want to know from you that are onto the call, if you're on this call, ladies and gentlemen, and you can't sync a strategy. And you can't sync a strategy. On this call, you can't sync a strategy. You're on this call and you can't think a strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to raise up your hand. You're on this call and you can't pick up a strategy. You can't think a strategy. You're on the call. You can't set good parameters for yourself. So I would advise you to raise up your hand. You're on the call, ladies and gentlemen, and you can't be able to think a strategy, or you're on the call, and you can't be able to set parameters. Right? I want to make sure that I could be able to help out. Okay. That I could be able to help out. Okay, so now let me start with that. I see some hands up. I'll start with Prince. What's your question?
Okay, thank you very much for allowing me to ask this question. I joined Royal Q end of last year, and then I had some difficulties with my workplace. So I wasn't able to really follow the Zoom meetings and all. But now I've cleared up my schedules and everything. So I am now coming in to listen and to learn. So this is my first time on the Zoom since I joined. And yeah, I just heard you talk about strategies and thinking. I'm still learning, but I'm not yet able to do it on myself. So,
All right.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you have capital in your Binance account?
Yes, I'm using a Huobi account.
Do you have money in your Binance account or Huobi?
Yes, I have.
How much capital do you have in USDT?
It's 100. 92 to be exact.
Could you share your screen?
Hello?
Could you share your screen? So
Okay,
that you
let
get
me.
help. Do you know what to do to share your screen, sir?
No.
Can you tap into the
want
middle of your screen? Tap into the middle of your screen and tap on share and choose screen.
You want me to share my UB account screen?
No, I just want to help you set a strategy, sir.
Oh, okay.
So I want you to share your screen. Tap in the middle of the screen, choose share and share your screen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I've shared.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. Is it showing, sir?
Yeah, now go to your royal queue.
Okay. Okay, I'm in. Yes, I'm in now, sir.
Tap on quantitative. But you are trading. How much was your initial capital?
$150.
Hmm?
My initial capital was $150.
So I usually say if someone you are trading below $200, one coin is enough. You don't need to trade many coins with little capital.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Anybody trading below $200, trade one coin. Anyone trading $500, trade two coins.
Okay, okay,
$1,000 maximum, 5 coins. Please don't overtrade. You don't need these so many coins you are trading, because if you have $150 and you are trading all these coins, please imagine. You find that your probability of coming out of this floating loss is very hard.
okay.
Now, what's your decision? What do you want us to do? Do you want to open
Yes,
new trades, or you want to, because your $100 that you have could not counteract this too much floating loss you have?
okay. Yeah, I want to do whatever is whatever strategy is okay, because
But
I'm in the dark.
150, how many coins are you trading?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So each one has around $20. Open up and we see.
This one
Each
is
one is
10.
having $10, $10. Open the next one.
This one 40. Mm, 51.
How much balance do you have in your USDT? Tap on batch setting down and refresh.
Okay.
Refresh down here. Tap down here on batch setting and refresh. Where there is, do you see that arrow? There's an arrow.
On batch settings.
Do you have balance in your USDT? I doubt.
Yeah.
You were still talking about the capital you started with, am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Now
started
this is
with
what
150, but now when I checked in my UB account recently, it was 92.
in USDT.
Or in USDT, how do I check that, sir?
Okay. Now, when you tap here on this arrow, it means USDT there is only $11. You see that?
Oh, yes, yes.
Now, this is what happens. Remember, when you are trading, you are putting your money in USDT, and you're allowing your robot to access your USDT as your capital and to buy more coins. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now, once it buys more coins, it means that your money is moving from USDT to volatile coins, to other coins that you are trading. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now, once you open your trades and allow the robot to, and you allow your robot to open more coins, it means your money will move from USDT to these other coins that you are trading.
Okay.
You understand that now?
Yes, sir.
That's why it is very, very important for you to not to overtrade, not to have so many coins you are trading. Are you using a
Okay.
sync strategy to trade?
Yes, I used to use the QQ strategy, but I was told to change. So someone who was helping me was saying I should use the what is it called? Let me check. I think it was I've forgotten the name, but the last time I did, let me just check the circle.
What I mean is that, okay, let me make it easier for you to understand. I'm using a copy trader. Just tap on mine, then tap on my synchronized strategy. My synchronized strategy. Hobby. Okay. So now you set trading parameters by yourself. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But then
That's
you are
what I'm
over
trying.
trading.
Okay.
You are trading many coins, yet you have little capital. So now what you need to do, depending on what is happening in your account, unless you can put in more capital, currently you just need to wait, all right?
Yes.
For the market to bounce back, and you can be able to, you understand? Then you can be able to open trades again. If you don't have more capital, you just need to be patient.
Okay. So I don't need to sell these floating losses.
Do you want to see how much you can lose if you sell?
Yes. How much do I have to lose?
Tap on Ada, for example.
On Atom. Okay.
Tap on Ada, for example. Tap on sell.
On save.
Yes. I want to show you just how much you can lose. Tap on market price. You see negative 16?
Yes, sir.
It's what you will lose. If it's okay with you, you can sell. But if not, because your capital is little, by the time you get your $100, if you start reducing it like this, I don't know whether you remain with something.
Okay.
If you sell all the coins, you understand?
I see.
Okay, now you just need to be patient. Now, because you have little capital, you need to change your focus, right?
Okay.
You need to change your focus from focusing on the trading to sharing the opportunity.
Okay.
Because you have little capital. Is that okay?
It's okay, sir.
Yeah, now you change your focus from focusing on trading because you have little capital.
Okay.
Then you focus on sharing the opportunity to grow capital and then turn it to your hobby to make more profits.
Okay. And if I have to, that's okay, sir. And if I have to add more capital, how much do you suggest I should do? I should add?
Hey, my friend, even if you have $1 million, put it in.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, because it is your capital.
I understand. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So capital first, sir, then we can be able to pick it up from there. Yes,
Okay,
Laura.
sir. Thank you.
Good morning, my leader.
Good morning.
Yeah. I don't have anything. I just want to say, if there is any way you can control the videos, there is any way you can move the videos, because some people, they leave their video on and it's not good. So,
Yeah, I saw it. That's why I switched someone's video off. Please
yes,
make
please.
sure when you are
Yeah.
getting your video on,
Yes.
please make sure when you are putting your video on, make sure your background is okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw one video that was not comfortable, so I switched it off.
Yeah. I saw it too. I was trying to chat. I tried to chat so that you can stop it. I couldn't chat, so that's why I raised my hand so that you can stop it.
Yeah, I stopped it. I saw it very fast.
Okay. Before you saw it, it was already late. I've been trying to do something to chat you, but I couldn't. I don't know how to do that, so I
Okay.
raised my hand. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I closed the chatting area because of some scammers
Okay, sir. Okay,
that
sir.
were taking advantage.
Okay, sir. All right.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I want to go back on simple basics. One, if you are trading less than $200, please do one coin. One coin, don't overtrade. And also, if you are trading $500, please trade 2 coins. If you have 1,000, maximum can be 5 coins, but 4 coins better deal. 2, if you join trading, understand that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, ladies and gentlemen. You need to have some patience. You also need to exercise some learning. Along the way, you can learn how to best operate your Royal Q application. Your probability of making more money is dependently on your capital and the market. The higher the capital, the higher the profit. So it's very, very important for you to understand that it's very key for you to keep on increasing your capital time over time. Ladies and gentlemen on the call, having said that, I want also to emphasize one of the perfect formulas that most of the people are worried about all the time, and that is floating loss. And before I get started to discuss about floating loss, I want to first define what floating loss is, not by myself, but I'll use the Royal Q back office to define what floating loss is. Then we can take it up from there by discussing what floating loss is. But before I'll be able to start off, if you're on the call and you'll have some insights you want to talk about the floating loss, I will open up the discussion before I could share. Okay, now I need it to. Right. So where do we find those videos? You tap on quantitative. Now, one thing I'll really appreciate before I go there, when you open Royal Q, the user profitability breakthrough has gone to over 100 million USDT. And because it has gone to 100 million USDT in profit, it means people are making money. But now let us first talk about what floating loss is. So I will make sure I change my phone, the voice for you. And I'll play the video.
What is floating loss? First of all, a floating loss is not a real loss, but a display of the profit and loss status of the position at the current price. Because we have not made a sell action, it will not be a real loss, so it is referred to as a floating loss. Intelligent quantification is to execute orders in strict accordance with the strategy model and market monitoring data, so there will be no loss of sales. The existence of floating losses is affected by 3 aspects, namely, the current situation, the time of quantification, and the price fluctuation of USDT. 1. When there is a downtrend, the market will fall after adding quantification. The current market price is lower than the average position price, and the book will show a floating loss. When the market rises, your account will immediately show profit, and the floating loss will disappear. Otherwise, it will be a floating loss. 2. Quantitative time. If the quantification time is long, your profit will be far greater than the proportion of floating loss. At this time, although your trading shows the floating loss status, the overall position still shows the profit status. 3. The price of USDT fluctuates. Under the trend of a big rise in the market, the price of USDT will fall because the amount of cash realized is relatively large. When the market falls sharply, a large amount of funds will enter, so the price of USDT will rise. Therefore, the floating loss of USDT price affects the floating loss of principal. Therefore, the floating loss is proof that you are now in a position. We have floating losses during the downward process, and we sell profitably during the upward process. Only with constant rises and falls can there be room for quantification. This is the law of the financial trading market.
Okay, I'll play this video again. And after I play the video, I'll have in some insights from different people on the call. Then I'll share my understanding.
What is floating loss? First of all, a floating loss is not a real loss, but a display of the profit and loss status of the position at the current price. Because we have not made a sell action, it will not be a real loss, so it is referred to as a floating loss. Intelligent quantification is to execute orders in strict accordance with the strategy, model, and market monitoring data, so there will be no loss of sales. The existence of floating losses is affected by three aspects, namely, the current situation, the time of quantification, and the price fluctuation of USDT. 1. When there is a downtrend, the market will fall after adding quantification. The current market price is lower than the average position price, and the book will show a floating loss. When the market rises, your account will immediately show profit, and the floating loss will disappear. Otherwise, it will be a floating loss. 2. Quantitative time. If the quantification time is long, your profit will be far greater than the proportion of floating loss. At this time, although your trading shows the floating loss status, the overall position still shows the profit status. 3. The price of USDT fluctuates. Under the trend of a big rise in the market, the price of USDT will fall because the amount of cash realized is relatively large. When the market falls sharply, a large amount of funds will enter, so the price of USDT will rise. Therefore, the floating loss of USDT price affects the floating loss of principal. Therefore, the floating loss is proof that you are now in a position. We have floating losses during the downward process, and we sell profitably during the upward process. Only with constant rises and falls can there be room for quantification. This is the law of the financial trading market.
All right. I know usually when you start discussing such issues, it makes other people feel irritated. They only want to talk about profit. They only want to talk about results. They only want to talk about profitability only. When it comes to understanding the business they are in, they don't want to understand that. And because of that, as others keep on making profit, they end up complaining all the time. And so I want us to discuss floating loss. But before I give in my understanding, I want someone on the call that is here and would love to give in their insight. You on the call and you would love to give in your insight about floating loss. And I pray you don't start with the complaint or the challenge. You first give in your insight, then we are going to listen to some challenges and complaints in the floating loss area and how we can overcome the floating loss. I will share different ideas, right? Anyone on the call? Anyone on the call that would love to give in an insight about floating loss? Maybe what you understand about floating loss, or maybe what you, all right, thank you. Thank you, course. Yes, leader was it, please. Welcome.
Good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you are
Absolutely.
in, whatever country you are in. I wanted to give an insight on what I understand the profit, the floating loss is. Because the currencies are going up and down, it's not like a real loss. As some people panic when they see a -50, they panic so much and they say, I can't see, my money is losing value. But what is happening is that the coin has gone down in value and will come back. Sometimes it comes back to the initial price and it may even rise in value. So it's not like a real loss. It's like the reduction of value. And sometimes the value goes up and down, and it can come back to the same profit or the same price that you bought it at, or even above the price that you bought it at. So I think that's where people need to understand that this floating loss is not like a real loss. And sometimes that's where we need patience. We need to exercise patience to wait for the value to come back, or to wait for the value to be over the price that we bought. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say.
Wow, amazing insights. Thank you so much. I hope someone on the call is learning. Thank you so much. The depreciation of the value of the coin causes the floating loss. Thank you so much, Leader Wazid. All right. Okay, let me go to Rora. Rora, what is your insight about floating loss?
Okay, my leader. What I understand about floating loss is when the market is down, the robot will buy, and when you have already buy and it's not able to sell, so the coin remain there, maybe days. As days go by, the thing begin to increase from 1% to 2%, and so on, until it will remain there until when the market bounce back again. So the robot can now check if the trend coin is among the one that is floating loss. If the trending coins is among the floating loss, it cannot sell. If it's up, if it's high, it cannot sell. So we will come out of floating loss. So floating loss, what I understand is when the market is down and the robot have already buy and is there. So that is floating loss. It will remain there until when the market is high, that the robot will be able to sell. So that's my own understanding about floating loss. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Thank you so much for that amazing insight
Thank you.
about floating loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, the robot has bought, the coin has gone down, the robot can't sell, so to keep the coin until the market will bounce back again. Thank you so much for that insight, Leader Aurora.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right, let me go to Fikiri. Please, what's your insight about floating loss?
Good evening, good morning, everyone. Wherever you are. Me, what I understand about it, like when I buy a bread like $10, and then that bread has more down $9. And I can't be able to sell it. I bought $10 down $9. That's how I understand it. And main things that they have to that I learned from previous camp, like that we have a human being, we are agreed, want to make money fast. So when I got some of the strategy, I think there's strategy, we have margin call of 50 margin call. I think if you have enough capital and the market is going down,
Your
I don't
network
think
is breaking. Your network is very, very breaking.
okay, can you hear me now?
They are better. Could you start over again? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I say when I go to the strategy like Kinga strategy, you can see Kinga strategy got a margin call like 50 margin call strategy. So, and you have enough capital. I don't think if you can be in floating loss because I'm not sure if the market will go down until 50 margin call and they will not buy. And then when you are not great and you have enough capital, you can't be in floating loss because it only when the market buy and the price that you bought in is down. I think there will be another chance the price again will go down and the robot also buy another price because I think they put after 4% when it's going down 4% to buy. I think and then it buy again it buy and then they say after when you go 20% buy again that and then time on and then the market will go up and they will sell it. So you must have only enough capital that when you have a one capital like you have 500 like I have 500 I only trade 1 coin and I can't see profit but I use 1 coin $500 and then I'll never see it. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Leader Fikiri, with that insight about floating loss, where he's talking about having enough capital. And he has given an example. For example, let me just try to use the whiteboard onto this call today. He has said if you look at the sync strategy, maybe for Kingas, it has 50 margin calls. And 50 margin calls, it says the market 0.4, meaning, ladies and gentlemen, according to this strategy, it means that he has said that if this coin drops down up to over, this market drops up to over, down the market. So it means that the market may not be able to hit all that down before it bounces back. So there is less probability. And one of the things he was trying to talk about is the ability of having enough capital. So, and not overtrade, because it's one of the biggest challenges that we have in the team. Someone has $500 and is having 10 coins. Someone's having 6 coins. So meaning that, okay, I'll just keep it that you are not having enough capital is one of the challenges that keep so many people in floating loss. Thank you so much, Leader Fikiri. Right. Allow me now pick it up from Leader, one of our favorite leaders from Australia, Leader Brian. But before you get started, it could be very, very important you introduce yourself like I usually do. My name is Julius Kabanda from Uganda, so that our people on the platform could understand who they are speaking with. Thank you so much. Welcome, Leader Brian.
Hello, everyone. How are you? My name is Brian Makanda, leader V3 from Australia. So I'm just from my experience, I want to also share you one thing. When I see a floating loss, I'll be celebrating because on a daily basis, most of my profits are coming up from the sub sales. So when the coin is actually going down and buying, I'll be excited because I know when it's bouncing back, the sub sales give me a lot of money on that. So I've just also tested in some few instances when I had coins which I just bought and they go rise, they don't give much money for me like the ones which go on floating loss. So for me in this business, floating loss is more money for me. So don't be worried if you see your coin going on the floating loss. If your settings are all set properly, it's more money for you. So yeah, so leaders, let's keep on with this game. We are all here to win together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leader Brian, for that amazing insight. He says, for him, when he sees the coin going down, he's usually happy, maybe because of having enough capital for that particular coin. And once he puts his strategy mode to be in the sub-mid mode, his robot will keep on doing sub-sales because it creates a new average price whenever it buys lower. I don't know whether I'm right, Leader Brian.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, and I'm talking to that with experience. I'm just experiencing that on a daily basis. Yes, that's correct.
Wow, thank you so much for that insight. And let us go on, have more three insights today. And as they share, I go to Professor Matthew to talk about what he thinks floating loss and his insight about it. Welcome, Professor Matthew.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good everyone all over the world. My name is Matthew. You know, I just wanted to talk about
your network is a little bit cutting.
One thing is a floating loss because people define it. Oh, my network is not okay. Can you hear me very well now? Can you hear me?
Very cutting.
Can you hear me? It's very
now
cutting.
I think better.
Still. All right. Just in shortly name, there's something that was discouraging me about it's a floating loss because of the edification people give it to me. But as soon that when I came to understand it, it is when I know the truth about this, the market, that the market, there is nothing that we can avoid in this Leary market to avoid the floating loss. We need just to understand. When we understand how to use the bot, how the bot work, how everything done inside in the back office in the bot, this is setting us free because we are going to understand everything, and then we cannot even frustrate when you see some situation. The mistake that many people do, they neglect. As I was doing it even from the beginning, I neglect the understanding of it because I heard it is automated, and I misunderstood the word automated, that a robot does not need, because now I get to understand that the robot has no human sense. It is an intelligent bot, and it's like an automated car. Automated car needs someone to drive, and then it go drive. If you did not do that, the car will not move, even it's so automated. So this is what I understand. So a floating loss, it's not a Leary loss, it's just a writing process. Are we together, Mr. Gillis?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Yes, I am today. That is what I understand about the floating loss, that we don't need to panic. We don't need to panic when you face this, because already we have the expectation that when the good time came, because a market is unnatural. It can go down, it can go up anytime, and it brings even a good news when it come up from down to go up. It will even explode more than it was. Thank you very much.
All right. So according to your insights, you are trying to tell us on the call that people need to be happy during the times of floating loss. Is what you are trying to say?
Exactly.
But here comes the scenario, Professor Matthew, when someone is in floating loss and don't have enough capital to allow their bot keep on buying the dip. What do you suggest on that?
Come again?
Here comes a scenario, Professor, that someone is already in floating loss, but they don't have enough capital, and they are no longer now having their bot buying more. So what do you suggest in such scenarios? Is it that this person is over trading? Is it that this person is not having proper money management of their funds?
Normally, yes. Many people, they do not make a proper management of the capital. And then when they overfraughting, let me say they overfraughting because they was not maybe has a very good equipment when they come in the business. What I understand is this. Sometimes they need just to add capital if they could not have any good capital, they needed to accumulate or to understand that they have to go there in the world and explain the business to other people. And then they accumulate another money that they can back up their capital so that they can come out of that fraughting. Or in the moment that they are, while they are busy to build their team and then accumulate some money there. That time the market also can come back to, so that also their capital come back to their USD.
Wow. Thank you so much, Professor, for that insight about, okay, floating loss, all right? Okay, let me go to Titus, Juliana, then we go to how we can solve this challenge, one of the biggest challenge of floating loss. Thank you so much, Professor Matthew. Let me go to Titus, then Juliana, then we go to how we can resolve this challenge. All right, okay, yes, Titus.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are hearing me from. My name is Titus from Nigeria. All right, what I believe with floating loss in Royal Q. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, what I believe in Royal Q with floating loss is that before you coming into the trade, before you pick up any trade, whether manual trade, whether you copy a trader, and all that. Well, let me use example of you are doing manual trade now. Now, if you want to do manual trade, you want to do 5 margin calls, and you know your capital you want to use for it. And we all know that we don't control the market. So you already have a set amount to do that trading. Even though it's one shot or circle and all that, you already have it. So the problem I see with people is that we don't really have the proper management for our finances. You know, ahead of time, you know you are spending $50. And if you know you are spending $50 for this call, and it's possible that call, your $50, it can even take your $50, and you all know that, okay, you have to continue, maybe by extending your margin call, or you want to do manual replenishment so that you can get out of the something. So my point I'm making is just that we fail to plan for what could happen, and that's why we are all complaining. I mean, majority maybe in the process of bringing them in. If you have $100, you can start trading and all that. But now, due to the market, because the robot cannot control the market, the only thing is your capital and what is going on. Because every day people still make money. If you go now 24 hours, you see Bitcoin go up and come down. It means that there is a profit in between. So if we have planned ahead of time, take for instance, let's imagine that, okay, a coin can go deep up to 90%. Do you have a setting and your capital to follow the coin up to 90%? If every one of us can have that idea and reason that way, nobody will complain about a floating loss. Thank you. That's my contribution.
Wow. Amazing insights from our great leader, Titus from Nigeria. One of the amazing insights talks about is one thing that most of us don't understand, that the robot never controls the market. So wallet management and managing our funds is one of the better things we need to look at before you enter a trade. For example,
Yes,
he gave
exactly.
an amazing example.
Yes, exactly.
But if you have $50 and you want to use $50 to trade, why do you put all your money in the $50 into the trade? Yet you understand that once these $50 go into this particular coin, the robot doesn't control the market. You need to have some balances that if the market doesn't go to your favor, You can do manual replenishment, or you can add on margin calls so that the bot buys the dip, creates a new average price, and you are out of floating loss.
Exactly. That was exactly what I'm trying to say. Even in forex trading, before we have crypto and all that now, they will tell you, don't invest the amount of money you cannot afford to lose. That is their own watchword there. But here, the money can be depreciated, but later it comes back. And they always tell us, okay, because I've been into the training of forex trading before, and they will tell you, if you have 100, invest just 1% of your 100. So everybody need to get this one sink into their brain, that as we are coming, don't be greedy. You know, there are twins demon in forex that they told us before now. One of the twins demon is that you must not be too fearful. Secondly, you must not be too greedy. So if you take all these things away, you know, from your trading and all that, I think that emotion aspect is what we are trying to tackle with those two words. Don't be too fearful and don't be too greedy. And make sure out of your 100, invest 1% first. Then you can have something to back on to do your money management replacement. Thank you, my leader, Julius.
All right. So, Titus, before you call off and I go to another person, do you believe that if someone is having their first buying amount, because the more you increase the first buying amount, is the more you must have enough good capital. Sure. Because if your first buying amount is less, it means you are letting less money go into the trade for the first time. And when this particular coin keeps on going down, the robot will keep on investing little by little, but at the same time increasing your average price.
Sure. I know. That's exactly what I was trying to say, that now, if you are putting your first buying amount of 50, if you are putting your first buying amount of 50, all right, so it means that your first buy amount of 50 you are putting, it means that if you can plan it, okay, fine, this trade I'm entering, even though this trade is going to 90% deep, okay, then you calculate your 50 based on your balance you have, your capital you have. I believe in so doing, if every one of us, you know, can think like that, and say, okay, even though if this market go to 90% deep, I can still be in the market. You know, when I see some people, it's not only this our group I'm in. I learn from other sources and I see many things going on and all that. But what I realize is that some people, they are proactive. Let me use the word proactive. Proactive means that you have planned ahead of time what will happen. So if you are putting $50 first call, it means that you have enough capital to continue and you still have capital to back up. So that is what I'm saying about the whole thing. Not that what's it called? Leader, you mute me already.
Okay, so you mean that what I want to clear the air before we continue, Titus, you mean that anybody could get out of floating loss and they could be able to make profit, right?
Certainly, if we are proactive in the sense that now, thank God for what we are experiencing right now, my leader. What we are experiencing right now, if anybody already planned ahead of time that this trade I'm entering is likely, by the time I check the whole thing, it's very rare you see any of the coin going down to 90% deep. Do you agree with me?
Exactly.
So now, if you know that they hardly go down to 90% deep, why not plan you now by yourself? Like, okay, let me plan as, okay, fine. Even though this coin go back down to 9% deep, okay, now have your margin call in mind. Even though you have not placed the margin call, but have it at the back of your mind that if this coin go down to up to 90%, I have the resources. I can continue with it. Because I used to follow one other leader. His name is JB King. He used to say something. Say there is always a bull run in the deep. That's what hello.
Yes, loud and clear. I'm on the call. I'm listening.
Okay. So the JB King used to say there is always a bull run in the deep. So when you understand that there is always a bull run in the deep, I was in the Zoom call with JB King and he said something, and he was talking about Bitcoin. And when you look at Bitcoin between last 2 months and now, somebody that used $69,000 to buy at once, no, $68,000 to buy at once, and somebody that used Royal Q to invest that same 68,000 bit by bit, maybe each cup $1,000 each. That person must have made a lot of money. Why the man who just bought $68,000 at once still waiting forever? So in between that ups and down, you can see at a time Bitcoin went to 35. Now later we are trading at 37. So if that man already, you think, and if you check the whole calculation of how deep Bitcoin go to, it's not up to 50%. Do you agree with me, sir?
Exactly.
So if you have the mind of, okay, I'm trading Bitcoin and I'm going to set my margin call beyond, be even down to 60%, I believe that kind of person will never complain of floating, because you see profit in your account on a daily basis. So that's my point of view. That's my insight.
Wow. Thank you so much. And I hope someone on the call is learning. And one of the important factors from what Leader Titus said, it's rare, by the way, coins to go as low as 90%.
Yes.
Some people usually fear that a coin can go up to zero. I've not seen any trading coin that is into the spot wallet that has never gone to zero. Never.
Correct. But you have the plan of 90, at least. If you don't want to complain, if you don't want people, a lot of people are complaining, they are crying now. Some people they are afraid to share this opportunity with people. They're all because why? Because they are seeing their floating loss. Me myself, I have not been making profit. How will I share the opportunity with people? In fact, some people will not be, they will not be like encouraged to share. You understand? Because their friend will like, okay, let me see what you have made from this. I've seen somebody that challenged me, how much you have made. He's a rich person, and we are, he's a good friend and all that. He said, if I've not seen how much you make, I'm not investing and all that. I said, no problem. But the fact is that for me, that's my own conclusion in my own part too. This from following you and following other, what I just learned in Royal Q is that whenever you are entering a trade, if you don't have money, enough capital to set up to that level of deep, whenever you see floating loss, just go and be patient and be patient. That's all. Just be patient. But if you have the capital, you don't even have. If you don't have the capital, you don't have mouth to talk to people. But if you have the capital, you know that even in the deep, people are making profit. I saw some of these things you showed us yesterday by going to Kingas this thing, and I planned that in midnight in this thing, and it's working for me. So you can as well do one shot, or just that some people, some other leader, they don't really advise the one shot and all that. But it's a shortcut for us to also make profit on a daily basis. Say you understand. So if you think you want to trade any coin and you don't want to be coming and touching it, set your coin up to 90% deep. I've never seen any of them. It's very rare. It's very rare to see any of them going up to that 90% deep. So that's my main point. That's my main point, strong point this morning for me. Because after I look at every other thing, I'm a good listener. I love listening. and I would like know how to come in and all that. So if any one of us, if it take you $1,000 to trade one coin, and you can set up to down deep to up to 90% deep, my friend, go ahead and do that. You don't need to put all other coin and all that. Just stick with that coin and keep trading that coin, and you see profit every day, because whatever that coin do for the day, you are there. If it's going down, you are there. If it's coming up, you are there. So that's my main strong point. Anytime you want to trade, especially manually, make sure you have up to 90% deep, because what is happening right now is teaching us a lesson, a lesson, big lesson. So, and that lesson now, if you don't learn the lesson now, I tell you, many of us will just be complaining, reactive, working and all of that and all of that. That's my contribution on this point, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Titus. Amazing insight today, and I hope someone is learning. I usually say, when we come up here, ladies and gentlemen, we share the knowledge with you, but we can't take action for you. I want to repeat my statement. We share knowledge with you, but we can't take action for you. It's only the action takers that are the money makers. Okay, back to you, Juliana. All right, Juliana, could you share your insight? Yes, Juliana. Sorry. Yes, Juliana. Now you can be able to.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Juliana from Italy. This is a wonderful thing. My insight about floating loss is, I am a testimony, because the other day you gave me, there was a time you gave me the father and mother of floating loss. So because I attend Zoom meetings all the time with Coach J, and I listen to your teachings too. So, I made a mistake. A leader misled me, and I sold some of my coins that was on floating loss. I realized that I lost huge amount of money, but that does not stop me, because I know where I'm going to. So attending Zoom meetings, so Coach J was telling me, why did you sell it? You don't sell when you're on floating loss, when you are in deep like that, or you add money to your trading and extend your margin calls. I was wondering, if I'm in floating loss and I extend my this thing, how is it going to work? And I did what he said. You see, now I'm enjoying my floating loss. I earn every day, even if because of the money that is there anyway. I earn every day, and my floating loss that was 60, 50, it has decreased to 50, 52, the 60, 52. Every day is going down. And I believe when you say, or Coach J says, when you are in floating loss, you have to be happy. And now I'm really happy. I even won the floating loss now. But before, I was kind of frustrated, which is normal. As a new person in the trading, in the market, when you are talking to somebody that just coming, it's like, what is he talking about? Like me, everybody thinks when you just come, the first day you come, you are making millions. No, it's not so. It's patience, according to the teachings we get every day. Trading is patience, and really having this patience. And you always tell me you should have money on your USDT, because before I said, okay, I've invested big money, so how will I continue to add money? I never knew all that money was not lost, but it was they were in the coins. So definitely I continue to add more money, and it's buying, selling, and it's amazing. And following the one shot, following the Kinga's strategy, at least I can make. Before, I was just stuck there, nothing, only on floating loss. But now, if I don't make money a day, at least I can make maybe €5, €10, €7. To me, that is money. Because if I put this money in the bank, even 1 cent, they will not put, they will rather take from it. So I'm enjoying it. You know, I urge everyone, at least as they say, we should network, which is very, very important to have more capital to trade. And I appreciate you, Coach Julius and Coach Jay, that are there for every one of us. You never say no when anyone comes to you for a problem. And Doris Angel, I appreciate every one of you. Doris Great, they're always there for me because I am a slow learner, but when I need to learn, I learn. And I advise everyone to be patient and make sure you have more USDT, even if you're on floating loss, is the solution to come out of floating loss. Thank you, my leader.
All right, before Juliana, you get off the call, thank you so much for that amazing insight. I just have one or two questions for you. One is, here is somebody who is into the business, and this someone says, it is true I make my $7, my $8, but I cannot see this money back into my USDT balance. How do you think about this?
Yeah, it is because when the bot buys, when he sells, he used that money to buy back. Even before I was saying, where is this money? We said when it sells, you know, most of the time I say, where is the money? But I later find out as he sells, he buys. As he sells, he buys. So the money, the profit goes to my this thing, but the main capital, he used it to buy again. So that's why we are not seeing it in our USDT. But something before maybe sometimes if he sells and he has not bought, if I go to my USDT and I refresh, I see the money, but immediately he buys again. So that is what I learned, and I'm really witnessing it. It's amazing.
Wow. Thank you so much, Juliana. Thank you so much, Leader Brian. Thank you so much, Fikiri. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The name is running away from my head, but is one of the great leaders under the leadership of Leader Pressure and Leader Brian. Thank you so much, all leaders onto the call for those amazing insights. I have one or two statements to share about floating loss, then I'll be able to call it a day. One, I'll first and foremost go back to my notes. You know, when I was reading, I was noting. So I'll go back to my notes, and floating loss is not real loss, and but it's the display of the profit because the robot has not made a sale. So I will share my screen, and I will request anyone with another question just now to focus. We use the few minutes and be able to call it a day, right? Floating loss, gentlemen, is not realized loss. It's when the average price is higher, or when the average price is lower than the current price. Whenever the average price is higher than the current price, we shall be having what we call floating loss. But now, since the current price is higher than the average price, now we have what we call floating profit. Am I speaking to someone? All right, let me now these two are into floating profit. Now let me go to this one that is into floating loss. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about floating loss is when the average price is higher than the current price, and we have what we call floating loss. But because the robot has not sold, it is just a partial loss, because it means the value of this particular coin is going down. And because of that, when we want to control the floating loss, when we want to control the floating loss, what we need to do is to manage our funds. Please don't overtrade. Okay? Don't overtrade. Make sure you have few coins, ladies and gentlemen. You have few coins that are into floating loss, all right? Or you maybe like what I could say is that you are not over trading. You don't have so many coins you are trading with your capital. So management of capital is very, very key. So if you are into floating loss, open and have enough capital, open margin calls. If not, you can wait patiently until these coins will be able to bounce back in profit. Then, ladies and gentlemen, you can be able to now, you can now go out of the floating loss. What you need to know, whatever goes up, goes down. Whatever goes down, goes up. With that, ladies and gentlemen, and different insights on the call, I don't want to exceed here. I just want to thank everybody for making a decision to be on this call. And with that, I want to call it a day. Thank you so much for taking charge to listen to us this morning. I know I cannot exhaust all your questions, and you feel if your questions are not exhausted, I want to ask you you can seek more information from the back office and be able to either come into my inbox if you're wow. Okay, thank you so much. So I want to wish you the best. And usually so many people say, Julius, I usually try to answer some of the questions. But I have one challenge. When I do more than 10 Zoom calls from around 5 p.m., around 4 p.m. of my time, I have done now, I think, around 17 Zoom calls. I get headache. So now I can't switch on anymore. So I just want to request you, ladies and gentlemen, we call it a call now. I need to take a sharp rest for around 1 hour, then I'll be back in business. Thank you so much for understanding those that have not answered your questions. God bless you. I wish you all the best. I can't pull out anymore now. God bless you. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Catch up later. 1 hour from now, if you come in my inbox, I'll be fresh and brilliant to push on. God bless you. Let us keep going, ladies and gentlemen, because the future is more bright. Increase your capital, ladies and gentlemen, increase your portfolio. One of the examples of good capital is here. You can imagine, I just want to share, let me see if I could get to this. Congratulations, Chief Jatin. Chief Jatin was certified by the government of India. I'll be sharing that testimony in one of our Zooms, but okay, let me take this screenshot. Let me use a screenshot to save time. Okay, because my brain seems tired. My brain seems tired, but I'll take this screenshot. This screenshot is one someone trading with a capital of $10,000. $10,000 capital, ladies and gentlemen, and you see makes around $300, $90, 233, and the profit is personal Coinbase Pro yielded account, and the daily return on investment using 50 margin call strategy and using 100 margin call strategy. Okay, so 50 margin calls and 100 margin calls. You know, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to appreciate, that if you open the margin calls, as I come to the end, if you open the margin calls, the robot, the more it buys deep, I usually show this by example. Let me share my screen, and I will do it manually. I'll run the margin call manually. Let me find one coin. Here, this is the coin. And let me now manually purchase. You see, look at this, focus on this. Look at the position amount 79, number of coins 47, average price is 1.679. It's higher than the current price. So I have already described how the average price is created. Let me repeat again. This is how Royal Q works. I want to repeat. If this is the price of the coin is $10 and the robot buys in $10, I'll get one coin. If this robot market goes to $5 and still the robot invests in $10, I'll get 2 coins. If this coin goes to 2.5 and invest in $10, I'll get 4 coins, meaning my total coins will be 7. I'll have invested in $30 and my average price is 4.3, all right? Okay. Sorry for that. Ladies and gentlemen, if this person got $70 and invested when this coin was $10, would get 1 coin. But because of the dollar cost averaging method, this person gets 7 coins, and the robot will not wait for the market to go back to the first time it entered the market. It will only pick it up at 4.3% the average price. What do I mean? If I could increase on my margin calls, I could be able to lower the average price to come near to the current price. So let me try this for you, market price, all right? Let me invest in only $10 here, done. And I manually take a margin call. It has happened. It may not be show off here, but if you have been noticing very well, my return rate has reduced, ladies and gentlemen. Also, my average price has reduced. It was 79, now 77. So the more you open margin calls, if you have enough capital, ladies and gentlemen, it will be able to allow your robot to take profit. Next, as you are trading, if you are ready to do more margin calls, always open your coin into what we call the sub-mid mode. And because of the sub-mid mode, ladies and gentlemen, you'll always be able to see what we call sub-cells. You see sub-cells. Especially, you can be able to see sub-cells, gentlemen. I'm trying to see if I could get some history of sub-cells. You see these sub-cells? You see these sub-cells? The sub-cells that are happening on the 5th margin call and down, because the robot, you are allowing your robot to be in the sub-cell. Because if you put in the whole warehouse mode, meaning the robot will sell off all at once. Thank you so much for understanding that. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I want to request everybody on the call to be patient with the market. The robot never controls the market. The more you be patient, if you are able to sit in too much floating loss, when the market bounces back, you'll make much more profit. If you can trade with the one short strategy, you will keep on making some little profit. I usually say, don't allow anyone prejudge your trade, because no one controls the market. If you have decided like Julius, because me, I usually say I'm not a trader. Me, I just look at better ways I could make profit. Ladies and gentlemen, as I speak to you, me, I'm making sales. Depending on the capital I've invested, I usually use this as a training account. And I make sure I make profit every single day. Why? Because I'm no longer emotional with the market. My boat keeps on, I take one shot. I give my robot 7 margin calls, gentlemen, 7 margin calls. And these 7 margin calls are the maximum I do. Allow my boat to buy some little dip and put my coins in one shot. When the market bounces back, my robot sells off and most of my coins leave the trade. Then I go and sync the strategy again. I use King Gas. Reduce the 50 margin calls. I reduce his 50 margin calls, ladies and gentlemen, to only 7, and I'm good to go. And whenever my coins are sold off, I sync the strategy again, get new coins that are trading, and I keep my business simple. If anybody could do that, depending on your capital, you could be able to maximize profit every single day. And I spend most of my time sharing the opportunity. I spend most of my time sharing the opportunity so that I could develop more capital that I could invest into my Binance account, that if everybody on the call, you could raise your capital to $100,000, meaning you make a minimum of 10% of your capital every month, which is $10,000. Let me tell you, in the country where I come from, with this too much poverty that people are crying, me, if I can make $10,000 from my trades every single month, I'm good to go. I'm not settling for the minimum, but I'm giving you, it's good money for me in my country. If I can make $10,000 a profit every single month from my trades, could everybody do this? If you set a goal, February is here for you, set a goal, go for it. Don't listen to nonsense. Don't associate with people that don't have goals and dreams. They're ready to play too small. We have one life and one chance to live. Let us maximize. God bless you from this side in Uganda. My name is Julius. Thank you so much, all my co-hosts today. Thank you so much, all leaders, for the amazing insights. And if someone learned something, God bless you. Thank you so much. We meet on the second Zoom call for only the pure networkers. You want to learn skills in networking. It will be 7, is it 6 p.m. South Africa Standard Time, 7 p.m. East Africa Standard Time. But today is a Tuesday. And every Tuesday, gentlemen, Team Eagles International, don't forget, we shall not be having the networking Zoom, but we shall having our